month. So like our market, bakery, deli, produce, like I told you before, we inventory them at the first of every month. So when you start your new period, that is your inventory on hand, Charles. And then they take what you brought in throughout the whole period and what you sold through the whole period, Charles. And that's how they're getting their unknown loss, because they know what you've scanned out, they know what you've brought in, they know what you sold, and they know what you started with. They take all them numbers out, and that gets you your unknown. That's where your shrink comes from. So like I told Jalen a long time ago, and like I tell my people all the time, accurate inventory counts. I don't care how we have to do it, but it's going to be accurate, and it's going to be the same person counting every time.
Control. The enemy will come for the objective. Don't hold back. Taking A. Taking B.
Yep. I'm telling you what, I know what's in there. I ain't touched it. You've been holding it. This is what's supposed to be in there.
Taking A.
There's one on A. He's weak. But the way I tell people about the unknown and known, this is the thing, and it kills them. Cause like one of my partners that works produce, she's always like, well, I don't wanna scan this because I already have a lot of shrink dollars right now scanned out of items that are scanned out. You know what I'm saying? This is what I tell her. The more you scan out and the more accurately you scan it out, the better off you are. And she's like, what do you mean? I said, if you scan it out and you scan it out accurately, the system knows exactly how we lost it. It's not going to my unknown. It's going to my known. It's going to, I know how I lost it. And that is what I need to keep my shrink down. I need to know exactly where it is going. Two of them going to be. So, like I tell them all the time, the main thing is you need to make sure you are scanning everything out accurately and doing what you can do. You need to do accurate orders. You need to do accurate scan outs. You need to do accurate inventories. Those are all things that drive your shrink directly. We call it our big six sometimes. It's called fresh order writing, fresh department inventory, and a couple other things. Cause your grocery like scan gross totals of what they say should have on file comes from your inventory also. But we only do 2 inventories a year in grocery, because to do a full grocery inventory, you got to do grocery, dairy, frozen. That is like, just grocery, dairy, and frozen alone is so much, because if you ever like go into our stores, there's 3-4 aisles of frozen. There's an aisle and a half of dairy. Then you want to do all the grocery aisles? How many grocery aisles you got? Those stores have on typical 9+ aisles. Like, I'm a small store. I have 9 aisles on a small store. Oh no, we're bigger than them for sure. We're bigger than them for sure.
Enemies at Alpha.
Okay, so my store specifically, you've been in them neighborhood Walmarts before, right? So my store specifically, not even the neighborhood Walmarts. You remember the old Fred's, right? With the pharmacy in it and everything? They're like a CVS, but I would say if you ever been inside of Fred's, so my building was bought from Fred's. It's an old Fred's. We bought it from them. We blew a couple walls out, extended the building a little bit. So we're probably about, if I had to take a guess, we're probably, I don't want to say a wrong number, but it's probably around 36,000 square feet if I had to take a guess.
Capturing A.
it's pretty middle size. I mean, we have alcohol, we have wine, we have tobacco, we have groceries, we have a market, we have produce. It'd be kind of like your new typical Dollar General with the produce in there, but with a little bit more, a little bit bigger, a little bit extra. That's how I would put it. My town, see, you know what you're talking about. My town is a country town. Mine's in a little country spot. No, so it's part of Brookshire's. So just like Super One is a part of Brookshire's, Super One is called our sister stores. Spring Market is like our little brother stores, is what we call them. So how can I say this? Walmart is is Walmart connected to Sam's or Kroger's connected to Sam's? Okay, so Walmart and Sam's are sisters. Kroger's. Okay, let's exclude them because I don't know what their little brother would be. Walmart and maybe might be the big company. So Walmart and Sam's Club, those are sister stores. The neighborhood Walmarts, the little neighborhood Walmarts that they have that are kind of convenience, have a lot less than regular Walmart, but they're still pretty big. They have groceries in there, they have water, they have milk, they have produce, stuff like that in there. That is like their little brother. That is equivalent to us. That's what we are. Some of our Spring Markets, mine doesn't, but some of our Spring Markets have gas stations. Now, they're not like a fully functioning gas station where you would have like a attendant in there, right? Yeah, you wouldn't have an attendant, but they have like, you know, pay at the pump. But the only thing is, the way you pay at the pump for those, since you don't have a teller, is they have Spring Market gift cards. They buy Spring Market gift cards from us. And then they can take them to the store and reload the gift cards to get their gas.
1 minute remaining.
Which is really good, actually. I wish I had a gas station, because it'd be great. I ain't gonna lie to you. Well, it'd be more sales, and then it'd be extra labor for me because you have more sales. The only thing is when you have a fuel station, typically you don't, well, not even typically, you never count your fuel station sales in with your regular sales. They're always separate. They're their own thing. So when I was working at that Brookshire's, well, no, not when I was working at, we'll use Jalen's stores for an example. We'll go back to Jalen's stores. Jalen's store runs about $600,000 to $550,000 a week in sales, right? That's no. They run anywhere from probably about $525 probably to about $630, $640 a week, right? That's with no fuel center. We do not count fuel center sales in that. That's straight groceries, produce, dairy, frozen. It's straight sales like that. It's nothing else other than that. So if you put all that in there, they're running probably about $1 million a week if you had to take a guess, because you got to think they're doing about $300 to $400,000 in $300 to $400,000 just in gas. So they're well over $1 million probably in just a week if you combine all of it. But that's the thing, we don't look at it combined. When I tell you I run $90 to $102,000 a week, that's my average. $92 to about $100,000 a week. That's my high end. That's my low end. That's straight sales. Well, he's a Brookshire's. He's off of Airline Drive. It's the newest store that we built, actually. It's the second newest store that we built. And it runs numbers. It runs good numbers. I helped open that motherfucker. It was designed to run that number because the store up the street that I used to work at, and Jalen used to work at, and my boss used to work at when he was our store director, That store used to run 650,000. It was only designed to run 250,000. Think about how fucking tight that shit was. Yeah, Jalen's store is a big store, but we ran 650,000, and that was probably the top Brookshires in the company. And when I say top Brookshires, only Brookshire stores, because Super Ones run more sales than most Brookshires, and then we have a fresh side that runs more than Brookshires. Like we have one fresh store, it runs probably $800,000 to $900,000 a week, no fuel, just groceries. That's a lot. The one that I'm talking about that runs that much money? It's I would say it's big city. I helped open the store out there. I went out there and helped build it, and well, not build it, but I helped out pretty much build the